Hey everyone. So we just wanted to put this together to give you all a little snapshot on what we've been working on and the progress that we've made over the last few months. I have to say we're really, really close to the release on a few things that we're going to show you now, and we're really excited internally. I suppose with all this, confusion in the markets as to is the bull run over? Is it a bear market now? It is slightly relieving to be building a product that is not dependent on speculation and market cycles and actually has the potential to generate revenue irrespective of cycle timing. So, hope everyone's staying safe out there. Now, without further ado, let's just take a look at the wallet right now. Okay, so in relation to the wallet, I guess there's no new changes in terms of the UI. So everything's going to look fairly the same. And there are no really plans to change this over the next little while. But one thing that is worth noting is that the swap functionality is now 100% functional. So everything in there is fine. All of the pairs are working okay. Down here in the settings, there is slippage settings now. If you are having any trouble making a swap, it could perhaps be in relation to the price impact on the pair that you're trying to swap, and you may need to just adjust the slippage tolerance. But other than that, everything is working as expected here. The next part that is worth pointing out is the WalletConnect. So WalletConnect is now 100% operational. You can obviously scan the QR code with your camera device, or you can connect the URI if you're in browser. So obviously here you can see you are always able to access your Mingo wallet at app.mingo.com. That will then obviously open it here in your browser, and you will be able to interact with sites this way. So if we go to something like Salsa Swap now, we go to Wallet Connect. You'll see here when it opens, there's the copy symbol. So if you just copy that, go back to your wallet, paste that in, you can see now you're connected to Source Swap. And this will work for anything, Kabila, SendX, any Hedera based app. You will now be able to obviously connect your Mingo wallet, and you will be able to sign transactions and do everything you need to with that. One thing worth pointing out now, so if you go into the settings, you've connected dApps. So this will show you a list of all the different dApps that you've connected the wallet to. It's not as much of an issue, I don't think, in the Hedera space right now, because I don't think the same problems have really found their way over to this protocol yet. But you will have heard the horror stories last cycle of people's MetaMask wallets being drained because they left it connected to a different random minting dApp that got hacked, and their whole wallet ended up getting drained. So again, look, it's always best practice to come in here and make sure you're not connected to weird dApps that you don't want to be connected to anymore, and to disconnect them. Another thing, I'm going to take the opportunity while we're here, private keys. We do not manage your private keys. So if you do not store your private key, we can't help you. So make sure, if you haven't already, go into the settings, go into the private key, follow the steps from Magic Link, and make sure you always have a backup copy of your private key. If you have this, there's no issues. If you do not have this, there's a high chance that we will not be able to help you if you do, for whatever reason, become locked out of your wallet. So we're happy with the wallet as it stands. Like I said, we are on another 2 weeks to 3 week sprint for the event ticketing side of things. And once that's done, we will be rolling back to the wallet. We'll be looking at implementing a fiat on ramp for Hedera and for Mingo. We will be looking at resolving some legacy issues around the old wallet addresses. So this is for anyone who would have created their Mingo wallet back during the iOS app days. Obviously, it's not a smooth process for you to continue to restore your wallets every time. So we will be addressing that legacy issue, and we will also be looking into a couple of different iOS issues that have kind of been niggling in the background that no one seems to be reporting anymore, but they're definitely still there. So that's the plan. That's the plan when it comes to the wallet. Now, what I'm going to show you is where we are with the event ticketing side of things. So I've mentioned this before on previous calls, and I'm mentioning all the time, is that obviously we had the underlying ticketing technology working. We had the ability to sell tickets and to redeem tickets through the wallet. And in terms of having a functional ticketing system, we had one. However, from doing different tests, talking to different event organizers, working with a few event organizers, it became quite apparent that we were missing a number of functionalities that a lot of these event organizers need, particularly for the kind of mid to larger tier kind of events, particularly the ones we're looking to acquire. They needed a they just needed a more comprehensive set of functionalities. Also, as we were manually doing the event upload, it's a full-on white glove service essentially for anyone that was looking to list events with us. It was just causing a lot of time constraints, and there was a lot of, I suppose, teething issues with onboarding. And we could see how this was going to lead to issues in the future, particularly when we're looking at scaling this and getting more and more events from locations all over the world listed. It wasn't going to be practical for us to be able to do this internally. And we needed to build out of a system that would allow organizers to upload their own events, manage their own events, and also give them the same sort of analytics and functionalities that they're used to working with. So currently, this is just on one of our test domains. Obviously, it's still in development. We are aiming to have this done sometime between the 14th and 18th of November, and that will be going live then. Firstly, you're going to have the Discover page. So obviously, the Discover page will list all of the events that are currently happening. This is to give a traditional Web 2 experience. Obviously, people want to be able to come in. They want to be able to view the tickets. They want to be able to view the events. They don't necessarily want to have to sign up for a Mingo wallet straight away to be able to access all of this information, especially if you are used to a more traditional Web 2 user flow. It's not gonna make sense to you. You're going to be looking for a website, you're going to be looking for a ticket listing, and you're going to be looking for all of the information with regards to that event before you decide to purchase. The second thing you'll see is that we've made it super easy for people to list their own events now. Okay, so obviously we're not signed in yet. So what we do is we sign in. So now for any of you, this will just be the same wallet address or the same email address that you're using for your Mingo wallet. If you do not have a Mingo wallet, e.g. if you're an organizer and you are new, by just filling in this form and verifying the code, you will automatically be registered for a Mingo wallet. So you'll start to see this kind of being implemented in the different dApps and products that we're creating. We are trying to make the onboarding process as seamless as possible. And even in things like Astro Karts, where you might not necessarily even be interested in the Web3 part of it, you might just be coming to play the game. In the background, your wallet is created, your assets are stored there, everything is there, and you can choose to or to not interact with the Web3 components. Again, it's just kind of creating frictionless onboarding. So this is the create event page. You'll see here we have a number of different options, but I suppose, look, the fields might change, the format might change, but it gives you an idea of how easy and simple everything is. So you've got your different images. So again, look, you've got your main event image. You've got like a location image. That's if there was like a building or a map that you wanted to add in. Then you've got your collectible memory. So this will become the redemption NFT. Again, look how super easy it is. Just drag and drop. Your event title. Add the location. This will be a Google Map integration. So it will find the exact place. This is a test event. So again, put in your description. Set the date. Hey, maybe we should be putting in a date for HederaCon 2026 in Miami. Definitely can't wait for that. Okay, so then we've put in the date. So now this is cool. This is kind of cool. Is we obviously didn't actually have free tickets before. So we actually never had a functionality for free tickets. The tickets had to be like 60 cents or 80 cents. It was to cover the transaction fees. But we've actually now implemented a free ticketing free ticket price. You can set the number of tickets that are free, and then you can put in the sale start and the sale end dates. What we have done is also added a level of KYC for anyone that is looking to charge people for tickets. Now, what we have done is we haven't implemented our own system. We use Stripe for our payment processing. And now anyone who wants to sell their tickets through Mingo will obviously need to connect their Stripe account or else create a new Stripe account in order for them to then get their payouts from the ticket sales. And by doing so, they will then have to provide their own KYC to Stripe. It kind of abstracts us from the KYC process, but we know that anyone who's looking to charge for an event and is obviously looking to receive funds for the event, they will have to have KYC with Stripe. So again, it does add an extra level of protection for our end users and our customers, but it's not us necessarily having to be the one to handle the KYC and be responsible for the KYC, and we can leave it to someone such as Stripe. So then what we'll do is we can just save the ticket here. Okay, so capacity. So again, look, we've got unlimited, we have limited, and then there's a wait list. So let's say, obviously, I mean, there's not many events that are unlimited, but let's say you have 100 attendees maximum. You can obviously increase this to 100, and then if it is free, there's a high chance you're going to have people signing up for your event and then not attending or else canceling last minute. You can then enable the wait list. So if someone does drop out, or if the place is full, but I obviously want to go, I can now obviously join the wait list. And if anyone cancels, I'll be then notified. I could then, get a place. Categories, obviously it's standard. Okay, and then approval required. So this one is also interesting. Perhaps you are doing a press event or a marketing event. They're typically free, they typically have capacity, and you don't always want everyone to come to these things. You don't necessarily want everyone just signing up for them. So you can do the approval required, and you can have attendees answer a couple of questions and give you their details. And then as the event organizer, you can then go into your dashboard and you can see who has requested approval, and then you can decide if you want them to come or not. Definitely a very, very useful feature for anyone who's looking to do free events. So we could create the event. Event creation is started. You'll be notified when the event is created. Fantastic. Obviously, then if you want to manage your events, it's all in here in the events section. And then you have the dashboard. So here in the dashboard, you'll see, you've got a total number of events, you've got your active events, total attendees, revenue, past events, upcoming events. The other thing too, as well, is there's a number of other analytics that we're also adding to this too, but it gives you a good idea. Obviously, as I said, there's still 2 to 3 weeks left of development on this till we're fully done. But I think it gives you a good insight into what we're building, how we're increasing this level of functionality, and why it's important and why it actually matters. So that's where we are with the ticketing. I hope you're as excited as we are. It's definitely shaping up. As I said, look, we've got 2 to 3 weeks left on the development, and then we can push that live and start rolling it out with some of the event organizers that we've already partnered with. As I said, it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time to be involved in a crypto business. It's not dependent on market cycles, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so lastly, let's take a look at AstroKarts. Okay, so here we are, AstroKarts. Connect wallet. So again, same logins here. So we just use our email address that's already existing with your Mingo wallet. If you do not have a Mingo wallet, it will automatically create one for you. I mean, I think this is probably as frictionless as you can get. We have one small thing to resolve on the tournament side. So we've just had to kind of readjust how that all works, again, whilst maintaining a seamless user experience. We have it cracked, and it should be resolved again next week or two. As I said, that is only to facilitate the larger tournaments that we're looking to do. Once we have this done, and we have a tournament date announced, we will then be completing the first Astro Karts Series 1 NFT drop. This will be for characters, but every character will get free access into the tournaments. They will also then get subsequent cart drops later on once we start releasing them. These will obviously be the Series 1 characters, and the Series 1 characters will definitely carry a lot more privileges. One other thing that I do want to show is that we have these two buttons here, create and join. So this is to allow groups of people, friends, groups, communities to host their own games, where only they will be in the game lobby system. So if you come in here and you select the arena, which is the only arena we have right now, more to be added, you then get your join code. This code you can then share with your friends or anyone that you want to play against. And then here, where when they come on, they press the join button and enter the code. As you'll see here, we are in a totally empty room. So we're in here by ourselves because obviously no one has the join code. So look, it is super addictive and it's a lot of fun, and I think people are going to enjoy this game. So do start playing it. Let us know what you think. Get ready for the tournament. Like I said, everything is fully functional now. So if you are having any, please do let us know. All feedback is welcomed, only if it's good though. But yeah. So look, AstroKarts ready to go. Get the practice in because the tournament will be very soon. NFT drop's going to be very soon, and it's a whole lot of fun. And yeah, we're looking forward to getting as many people together, getting different communities and different groups together, and having a blast. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Okay, perfect. So that's everything that I wanted to go through on this update video. It's great to kind of do these every month and to give you all an insight into what we've been building and what's coming and what you have to look forward to. I suppose, look, if you have any questions, please always email support@mingo.com or admin@mingo.com. Feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to jump into the Telegram, jump into the Discord. We obviously always appreciate your feedback, especially when it's positive. But yeah, look, we will be doing as I said, look, we're doing the tournament for Astro Karts in the next few weeks. We're going to want to do a test one beforehand. We will probably post about it in the Telegram group. There will be small prizes. We will probably live stream it. It should be a bit of fun, and we can test out the system and everything like that before we go live with the main one. So yeah, look, if you do want to be part of that, feel free to send us an email. Send an email to support@mingo.com and let us know, and we'll notify you when that's happening. Or else just jump into the Telegram group, and updates will be posted there, and you'll be instructed on what to do. So as always, it's been a pleasure. See you again next time.